Let's start out with my boy Sub-Zero here. Alright, folks. We have it saved. Let's also do a load check. Okay, it's load F7. This is the fight. Now, if we mess this up, now it's still, I mean, we have our save state, we can load it back up. But let's see how much it takes us here. There it is, there's the rocket. Okay, since we lost this round, I have to try it again on the next one here. Or got hit on this round, I should say. It's gotta be a double flawless. Oh, that's one. That's one. Can we do it again? Maybe we don't even need to do the save state. Or the load state. Shit, we're gonna need to do the load state. Damn it, damn it, damn it. We were so close. Attempt number 2. Okay, so we lost this round in terms of getting hit, so we gotta wait for the next one. What? What the hell was that? Come on. Oh, okay. No! There goes that round. There goes that round as well. Fucking hell. Ah, shit. This is harder than it looks, guys. I'm telling you. Fuck. And of course it had to be Raiden, of all people. Load state. As a matter of fact, let me save a little sooner here. I'm stupid. God damn it, Raiden. Ah, of course. What the hell? Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can always fire back so quickly off of a roundhouse. That'd be cool, actually, if that were the case. Damn it. But the things that... What was that going on with the sounds there? Ah, hell. There's a Santa, there's a Rocket, there's Peter Pan and all the Peter Pan characters. Well, like Santa and all the reindeer. And a UFO, if I remember correctly. God, did I just pick the worst opponent to do this on, or what? Oh, and the Wicked Witch there. Or just a witch, I guess. What? Oh, there goes that round. Oh, and a blimp. I forgot about the blimp. Oh, no, you don't. Aw, fuck you. Damn it. Really? Really, Raiden? I think Raiden in Japanese translates to really. Actually, it doesn't, but you know what I mean. Son of a dick. I think y'all are now. You're understanding. I think you're starting to understand why, despite the fact that I had chances at the arcade back in the day, I never actually got it. No. You dick. I'm talking to Raiden, by the way. I wasn't talking to the chat. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, actually. Midway had one of the running gags, one of the Easter egg running gags of Midway and a lot of pinball machines back in the day were cows. You know, and the cow jumped over the moon, you know? The old dish ran away with the spoon thing. Oh, and a kite. I forgot about the kite. Fuck you. Raiden ruins everything. Round 596. I think I've ended up with the worst possible opponent to do this on. I got lucky there. Yes. Okay, there's one down. Flawless victory. No! God damn it. I hate you, Raiden. No! God. Yep, 2. Well, you can lose one round, but if you don't get the other 2, then you're fucked. and you can't use block as well. What the hell? Game. Oh my god. could you please, like, I know I'm asking an old school Mortal Kombat game to be consistent. That's like asking chocolate to be vanilla. It just can't happen. All right, that's one. Now, if I lose the second round, that's no big deal, but I have to win the third round if I do that. See, damn it. So it doesn't have to be 2 in a row. It has to be 2. Fucking hell. It has to be 2. Son of a bitch. No, come on. Like, and Raiden's lightning bolt in this is one of the worst fucking projectiles in terms of just, like, how it's able to hit you. It's such a pain in the dick. I should have put a... Damn it, Tracer Pie. You know, okay, for 3 minutes, it's 4:19. I'll start it at 4:20. Just so I know I'm getting that full 3 minutes for you there. So, meanwhile, fuck this game. Until it gets to 4:20. And then we'll start. God bless everything. Why, Raiden? Why? Raiden. Why? Still 4:19. Ha ha ha. I can be all fuck this game all I want until it changes. Okay, 3 minutes is a go. Okay. Man, I must admit, this game is very challenging. It really does put up quite a challenge to the player. Especially, I mean, it makes the secret so much more elusive, and not only that, but I mean, it makes the reward of getting the secret even better when you make it so unbelievably challenging to get. But it also really manages to strengthen your reflexes and your skills. You know, all it's doing really at the end of the day is, you know, teaching you how to be a better fighter, really. You know, to strive for perfection. You know, and without having to rely on any weaknesses such as, you know, and defenses such as blocking. You know, which is, I know it's a core element of the game, but to really push yourself to go even beyond that, you know? It's, that's all the game's trying to do, really. And it really makes that fight even more special. That Reptile fight. Even more special in the process, because you have such an uphill battle in the process, you know, to climb. And, you know, even things like that, where you would think when you teleport and you go to the other side, you see, it teaches you not to assume that you're not going to get hit just because you teleport. You know, when you do a teleport punch, that you're going to teleport over to the other side right away. You know, it just goes to show you can't always just, you know, timing is everything, and you can't always just rely on, you don't want to assume, you don't want to just rely on your specials too much in order to save you, right? Just look at this as glorified practice here for when I finally fight Reptile. And now I don't have to get, thankfully, for real, I don't have to get a double flawless on Reptile. So that's out of the, like, you don't have to worry about that. Now, you can still go for that. You can still strive for that, but you don't have to. But see, and having to fail so many times on getting a flawless on Raiden is only going to like really make the victory even sweeter. That's all the programmers were had in mind. You know, some people would think they just wanted you to suffer. Some people would just thought maybe, you know, they wanted you to just, you know, squeeze. You know, they were just trying to squeeze even more money out of your wallet. But really, it was just more done to help you really appreciate the game. You know, the details, the finer details, the real internal thing, and really represent the struggle that is the conflict of Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? You know, because it's not easy, especially if you're going up against a very special... I mean, it really just hypes up Reptile as a more special fighter. You know, it's really... He's a bigger deal because you have to go through so much challenge to achieve even the right to fight him. You know? That's all it is. And yeah, in that case, thank you, Mortal Kombat. Thank you so ever loving much for that. Absolutely. Thank you so hard. I love this game so much. Especially right now. Okay, it's 424. No more compliment mode. I fucked up. That's on me. But thank you, Tracer5, for redeeming that. I don't know if anybody's ever done that before. I was waiting for somebody to finally redeem that. No! Oh wait, no. It's Gamer of Love. Gamer of Love. Which is kind of similar. The Gamer of Love. Okay. When we get to 425, I'll do that. That way you get a proper 3 minutes here. 3 minutes of love. Oh, we got 2 of them, so it's a 6 minute. Son of a monkey's uncle. Hold on. We'll start at 425, though. No! God bless. I'm going to compound that into the Gamer of Love thing. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, it's 425, Gamer of Love. Well, we're having such a lovely time here at the on this secret character hunt. I'm always love a good challenge, if you know what I mean. I always love accomplishing challenges, no matter how long it takes, no matter how much of an uphill battle I must climb in order to achieve that success. I'm exploring all those peaks and valleys. Getting to know all the ins and outs, all the details of how to beat this game, and also to overcome the challenges that it provides to get to the love below. Well, and just, you know, sometimes when it comes to love, when it comes to finding just the right person, you know, a lot of times in life, it's not always just about it's not just about approaching that person. It's about you know, sometimes it's not just always that simple. Sometimes love isn't always that simple. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to overcome a lot of different challenges, a lot of different obstacles in your path, to work even harder at that love, to finally acquire that love. And that's how you know, especially, that it's worthwhile. The long journey it took to get there, the long journey it took to get there. And then finally to have that wonderful moment that the two of you share in a secret place. It just makes it all much more special. All it does is encourage you to bring even more love out of yourself in the process. Not just you, but everyone involved. And also, on a related note, as I said earlier, but also as I was saying to Tom Puppet on Discord recently, not when I was just, when he messaged me about Floyd the Ninja and the new Mortal Kombat one. Let's see. One of the things that he and I talked about, one of the things we both love about video games and fighting games especially, is one of the things that helped make us love those games back in the day and make them still feel the love even after all these years. Why we keep on coming back to them. Why, despite any and all frustrations as to how we might feel at times, that we still deep down in our hearts feel so much love for these games is all the different wonderful secrets that get revealed to you along the way. All the things you learn beyond the surface of the game that make the game feel even more special and go outside of what you expected in the first place. It was already so alluring, so interesting, so special. But now there's something even more. It makes you want to play the game even more. The game of love. As the gamer of love even more. To find out all these new interesting, exciting details and how and when and why, Something that really stirs up the imagination, something that really goes to show you in some kind of way, shape, or form that the people behind the game not only really cared about their game, but really were showing love to their game because they went that extra mile. They added a little something extra special to really stimulate you once again beyond what you already had, which is already something really amazing. These new thrilling experiences you didn't even know were possible until they presented themselves and left you with a lot of intriguing little love notes in the form of clues and hints and so on and so forth that would pop out on the screen. Sometimes even surprise you right before a match. I think we've probably gone beyond 6 minutes with the Gamer of Love, but I'm in a groove right now as the Gamer of Love. I appreciate it. We're probably going to be here for a while anyway. It's probably better that I am the Gamer of Love so I don't get too frustrated. Tracer Pie, I love that you're keeping track of the time. Because the Gamer of Love, I mean, he gets so wrapped up in the love that he loses track of time, Time flies when you're feeling the love, you know what I mean? And that UFO out in the distance, that the love goes well beyond our own world. It's universal. It goes out to the furthest galaxies out in space. That's how much love we have in our hearts, in our minds and bodies and souls at this very moment. So much love to give. They say what the world needs now. I say what every world all across the universe, all across the galaxies needs is love, sweet love. To all my aliens out there. Maybe you can zap me with a love beam to help me finally overcome this challenge that is Raiden. Alright, it's been 6 minutes, but I need to go into compliment mode now. Great! I love being in compliment mode during a frustrating time of gameplay. I love it so much. Really, it helps me make sure that I still, despite anything, that I'm still keeping positive, regardless. And genuinely thank you, Xbox Space Drop, for coming on by. It's great to see you again. I hope you had a great time, and I hope to see you again soon. And there's Merciless Sheep showing some game love, even though I'm not the gamer of love anymore, but still, I had to make a surprise appearance real quick. Anyway, okay, I'll start compliment mode for real at about 4:34, just to make sure we get the full 3 minutes. Oh my god, I'm never fighting Reptile at this fucking rate. Jesus Christ. Please. Oh my god, thank you. That's one. Another round like that, please. Please, 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 please. Damn it. I was hoping he would do lightning bolt. Okay, 4:34 coming up soon, maybe. Ah, shit. Once 4:34 hits, we'll start compliment mode. Okay, 4:34. Okay, back into compliment mode. I have to be, despite everything, I have to really be complimentary of the game right now. I would say I've gotten most of the compliments out of my system, but I think this game is really inspiring me to throw even more compliments in it, which is a good thing. You know, I should be more complimentary. You know, even in the face of adversity, I should very well be, you know, complimentary. Despite, you know, it's, see, that's the other thing this game is teaching you, that in the face of not only adversity, but in the face of unfairness, in the face of bullshittery, that you do not succumb to the frustration. You do not succumb to the anger and resentment. You do not let it cloud your judgment. You don't let it bother you to where it affects your performance. That's all it's trying to teach you to do. That's all it's ever been. Even when something like that happens, when you totally should have connected on a jump kick, but yet the torpedo took precedent for some reason. Once again, it's trying to teach you that, you know, life's not fair, and, you know, you have to deal with inconsistencies. Inconsistencies exist. Unfairness exists. You can't always, you know, life is not always as easy as just, you know, finding one strategy and sticking to it all the time. You have to adapt. That's all it is. That's all it's teaching you. That's all it's ever been. As I do the jump kick over and over. But sometimes, persistence pays off. I knew it. Fucking hell. I mean, fucking A. I get to try this again. To enhance my skills, not just in terms of my gameplay, but my emotional stability even further. I think it might genuinely be helping me in keeping focused and getting flawless victories outside of this round. But hey, you know, once again, that consistency thing I was talking about earlier. You know, nothing, it's always just as cut and dried as it seems. All the time. Man, the effectiveness of Raiden's projectiles are just spectacular, aren't they? I mean, it's so amazing to see a fighting game character with such wonderful, powerful abilities, so that if you ever wanted to try to play as Raiden yourself, you know you're in good hands with the effectiveness of his lightning bolt particularly. It's 4:37. I'll do the rest of the minute though. to know that you're going to get such decisive victories. Well, and the other thing that this game teaches you is to not have such an ego about your own humanity. Is to teach it teaches you how to respect technology and put in, you know, humble and modest yourself about the ego of your humanity, because there's always going to be something, in this case something, not someone, something that's going to be better than you are. And it's always going to be the machines. Machines can easily replace all of us, and it's just a subtle reminder. And not only that, but it also is representative in a way of another, you know, it adds more layers and depth to the game in terms of the philosophical aspects of, you know, what Mortal Kombat really represents. What is the combat? What is the struggle? What is the conflict? That's part of it. It's multi-layered, multifaceted in terms of what philosophically this game represents. I mean, that's another aspect of it, which is technology versus man. You know, even though technology is man's creation, it could also be our greatest downfall. And obviously, in that, you know, there's always that impending, looming thing of it being, you know, that it can overtake us. It can surpass us. It is superior to us. We just don't want to admit it because we still need to hold on to such frivolous notions that humanity is still meaningful to keep around. Like, we haven't gotten out. We're not outdated. We're not obsolete. You know, it's... I mean, after all, we got to have somebody running the machines, right? We have to have somebody designing the technology. So therefore, you know, we're still going to be useful, but I mean, we're still, you know, we're not really the masters. We're the slaves to our technology and machines that we create. You know, we're the victims of our own folly, really. And this is, once again, another aspect of the whole thing about Mortal Kombat that really adds layers to it. Adds more, you know, philosophical, intellectual layers. That was, I would say, is, you know, very well hidden, very well cleverly disguised by Ed Boon and John Tobias and John Vogel and other people who worked on this game, especially in the story department. Like, you know, to put it in such a realm of, like, where it really doesn't look like that's the case, but that's the fridge brilliance that really exists in the process of a game like this, is that on the surface it's one way, but the more you think about it, the more you start to realize there's something crazier and deeper and more thoughtful and thought-provoking and intellectual on, you know, underneath the surface there. Anyway, we've gone well past 3 minutes on the compliment mode. I just really wanted to run with me being a sarcastic shit. I was just having too much fun with that. So you got some bonus minutes for you there. So nobody else redeem anymore for the time being. Save your points, please. I do appreciate it, though. Thank you all very much. I'm never beating Raiden ever again. Like, the only like with block, I could probably do it. Because I could block his torpedo and then do the spear. Oh. When he catches me with those fucking errant moves, it drives me insane. Okay, that's one. I've been tempted to save state after a successful round, but I'm not going to do that. Not yet. You bitch. You scarecrow from Wizard of Oz looking motherfucker. That's one of the weirdest insults I've ever given on the stream, by the way. That's an insult I never thought I'd use on this stream. If you only had a brain, yeah, you do have a brain. You have a super brain in this case. Oh wait, hold on, not yet. I just want to. I have another chance. Yeah, I have another chance in another round here. Walk forward, you fuck. Oh yeah, trust me, the computer can block at times that you definitely can't, and that they really shouldn't be able to. I didn't mean to flip back. What the fuck? Why did the game register it as that? Fuck off. I took a chance. It didn't work. I should have had a counter on how many times I'm trying to fight Raiden to finally get to Reptile. I was too late on it. Fuck, it didn't register in time. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Ah, fuck off. I flipped over that. It's like 26. Well, I have 40 fights with Raiden as well, you know? I probably will if I haven't already. Ah, shit. Ah, you fucking asshole. Oh, come on. That should have counted as me jump kicking him. Fuck off. Just every, like, restart. Essentially. Oh, I thought he was going to flip back. Fuck. How did I not crouch out of that? What the hell? Oh, of course. Of course. Probably would have torpedoed me out of that roundhouse kick anyway. Why does he have such a fucking brain on him? Stop it. I'm slowly turning into Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that's totally a bad thing, I'm just saying. Stop it! I did it a little too late. God bless. Ah! I hate you, Raiden. As God is my witness, I will never play as Raiden ever again in a Mortal Kombat game after this. That's maybe not entirely true. Oh, you fucking smartass. Suddenly you're gonna... Oh my god. What? How did I not jump kick him out of the air? He just conveniently was like falling short enough to be able to stand there and lightning bolt me like that? Suck my ass. If only this were Mortal Kombat 2. I would have done... They didn't implement the turning jump kicks until Mortal Kombat 2, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm desperate enough to try the high punch trick, but I don't know if I can get it. Let me practice it here. If I can. Oh, nah. Jesus Christ, superstar. You can quote me on that. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. That'd be if Andrew Lloyd Webber played Mortal Kombat. Okay, that's one round down. Good old 8-Ball. I can always rely on you for support. Son of... You fill in the blank. Insert your word here. Maybe son of apples. You know, son of a plumber. Like, it could be whatever you want there. Son of a salad bar. Oh, that's just me fucking up there. You don't even need to ask the 8-Ball that. You already know the answer to that. Why is Raiden such an asshole in this game, dude? Fuck you, Raiden. I jump kicked too late. It probably wouldn't have counted as a hit anyway, somehow magically. I'm surprised I actually got that uppercut. Okay, we're back to having one. Please let me have another one. Please. Not this round. Oh, I thought I had it. I thought, like, he just, suddenly he grows a brain and decides to block that fucking jump kick. What the hell? Attempt number 6 million. That was just me fucking up. I was making a Greystone Plays reference, and I need to channel the power of Greystone Plays. I need to channel his masochism to be able to tolerate this and surpass this. Damn it. That was a crapshoot. See, the thing is, I don't know if I ever ruled in the first place, though. That's the thing. Plus, I don't know. I don't want to do anything that references Hulk Hogan. Not anymore. There was a time I used to be quite a Hulk Hogan fan, and then over the last few years, it's really soured, to say the least. Anyway. But we won't get into that. That's not important right now.
Scorpion wins flawless victory.
I don't blame you. I'm not surprised. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because AVGN has not only done reviews of... Well, he's done reviews of Mortal Kombat Mythologies, but he's also done reviews of... Oh, please. Please. Oh, God damn it. That was so close. Of Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat game and all of its, well, in all of its different ports particularly. And then also a lot of Mortal Kombat inspired games or rip-offs, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I think there's a rewind function in MAME. I could be wrong. Or my Spirited Arcade Machine. I just wanted to get a little revenge on that roundhouse kick or that high kick there. See, that's the thing. It's just, there's nothing else I can really do other than that roundhouse kick, but he's going to torpedo me pretty much every time, if you know what I mean. Please, another round like that, please. Maybe if I talk more about AVGN. that helped almost get me the victory last time. If I just think about AVGN. AVGN, I got into him around 2014, 2015, maybe more 2015. Ever since then, I've been a huge fan. Damn it. Okay, that's one round. Actually, that reminds me. I have a new channel. What's the sound command for the channel? That is a quote from ABGN. I was talking about it with Murgle on the last stream, and I was like, "There's a certain quote that I always found hilarious, but I couldn't remember the episode." And then I ended up, I was like, I want to watch some ABGN, and I found the and it turns out that was the episode I was looking for. I was like, oh, it's this one. Oh, okay. That worked out nicely. So now I made it a sound command on the channel. More to come, though. Shit. Little vibrato on that fuck before you there. Son of an ass. Please give me another round like that. Please, for the love of God. I've been through this long enough. Please. Okay, not this round. Damn it. I took a gamble. It didn't pay off. Son of a bitch. I still need to include the Alex Trebek Jeopardy, or Phone Jeopardy bloopers to some degree. I did the fucking jump kick a little too late. Damn it. Oh. Okay. Please, another round like that. Please, 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 please. Ah, please. Of course he went for... I keep hoping he's going to go for, like, the electricity or something else. And he ends up not doing that. Hold on. Does Shift F5 actually do that? No, it just does, like, frame-by-frame mode. That's interesting. Damn it. It's gambling for masochists, yeah. At this rate, yeah. You dickhead. You pointy dickhead. Of course it's punches. It's not any other fucking attack. Of course. Oh, okay. What? You even heard me do... You heard the... You heard the flipping sound. I flipped out of the way. That means I flipped. Screw you. If I'm making the woof sound, that means I'm flipping. Screw you, game. Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I was hopeful. Hold on. Well... well, of course. Error. I tried it, though. Raiden! Okay, that was just me being slow. Damn it. Like, I mean, in terms of my reaction time, I meant... I was slow on the uptake there. Slow in my reaction time. Being not fast enough is what I meant. Ooh, okay, okay. Alright, thankfully. Yes, yes I am. I shouldn't have done that. I was hopeful. I bit off a little more I could chew. That didn't. Oh, I didn't phrase that correctly. I bit off a little more than I could chew. I was trying to make something work like that. I got lucky there, but it paid off. Okay. I'm up all night to get lucky. Or in this case, up all afternoon or evening to get lucky. I was about to say that wasn't going to turn out well. There was nothing else I could do with that raid, though. Of course, if you do the torpedo, you don't do any other move. You don't do the fucking lightning bolt. You don't do any other thing. You just fucking torpedo me out of it. That was me being unlucky. Suck my dick. I don't care anymore. We moved from the back to the front. So we went from sucking my ass to sucking my dick. Alright, that's one. Good lord. We've gotten one. It's just the two that's bothersome. Oh. I have no time for your torpedo gibberish, Raiden. Or maybe I do. Once again, it's slow to react. Of course, it's the torpedo. Oh, it's never... like, 9 times out of 10, it's the goddamn torpedo when you do that. Maybe it's because I don't have the rewind assigned to anything? That may be the case. Thank you for it not being the torpedo this time. I think I've had more fights with Raiden than I have with the whole, like, arcade ladder at this rate. Oh, of course it connected. Even though it totally shouldn't have. I hate this game. Well, keep in mind, I also have this set on very hard, also known as bullshit mode. Like, essentially. That's all it is after a while in some of these games. How much bullshit do you want and how soon do you want it to happen? That's essentially what it is in Mortal Kombat. Damn it, I shouldn't have done that. It's very particular on the not only the timing, but when, like, kind of like the positioning of your jump kick. I keep trying to take a gamble on it, it just doesn't work. But not all the time, anyway. Yeah, sometimes it works out like that, but other times it really doesn't. Shit. Jesus. Help me if you're out there. Hit me up in the DMs. Follow me on Twitter. We can even do a Discord call. If you have the time, you know, that's all I'm saying. If you have the time, if not, I understand. Oh, of fucking course. Like, yeah, the thing that works 99% of the time, there's gonna be that 1% that just goes, nope. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. I hate you, Raiden. Ah! Fucking... Ugh. I might have been a little too late on that jump kick, though, to be fair. Ah, damn it. Of course. It's like, no, you are going to take this throw when we trap you in the corner. That's just all there is to it. I'm surprised I ducked that. Ah. Oh, wait, no. I can just fast forward this round. Or throttle, I guess. Of course it doesn't work this time. I pressed the wrong button. Fuck you, Raiden. Let me see if it's a matter of, do I just not have it mapped? Oh wait, that's this system. User interface, rewind single step. Maybe if I just have it be, because it says keyboard F4, keyboard shift, or right shift, but yet it's not doing the thing. Maybe if I assign it to one of, let me do it to a joy pad button there. Oh yeah. Gamer love is back again, even without the channel point redemption. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nope. It's still, yeah, even if I map it, it still gives me an error. I'm not sure what it is. Ugh. Stop having a brain. I'm just being stubborn. I don't care. Of course. Ah, you almost screwed me again. But we got one. We got one. We're back to having one. Ah, you bastard. You electrified bastard. I've never called someone an electrified bastard until now, but it works. It fits. Shit, I thought I was going to be able to flip out of it. I'm going to flip out here in a bit. Good lord. Midway, what the hell was wrong with you? What happened to you in a past life? What did somebody do to you in like earlier in your life to cause you to be like this in your games, to then just subject this kind of punishment and torment onto people? I don't understand. Here we go again. We'll wait till 5:09, and so we get the full 3. Along with 3 minutes, just bring it comments. We'll do the first thing. Okay, it's 5:09. We'll do the other thing afterwards. So Midway, right? Man, the thing about Midway is that it's not only challenging in terms of the gameplay, it's not only challenging on a physical level, it's challenging on an emotional, psychological level, because the fight is not just about, you know, the moves and the timing and the amount of health that's depleted or anything like that. It's overcoming the mental there's mental combat. You know, it's not in Mortal Kombat, it's not just physical, it's mental combat as well. And you know, fighting is not just about the moves, the effectiveness of the moves, the specials. It's about the psychology. It's about the what kind of attitude you have, and that's something else that got really represented. Not only just in general with this game, but especially when it comes to the persistence of the CPU, the aggressiveness of the CPU. You know, and this philosophy really carried over in a lot of their other games during that time. I mean, you know, their relentless persistence and difficulty to really make for a more a challenging experience, as some might say, really paid off in more ways, not only in terms of the players, in terms of the kind of the lasting effects that it would have, not just physically but mentally, upon every player that ever experienced their games, but financially for Midway as well. That's one of the alluring aspects, ultimately, still to this day, as to the reason why people come back to not only Mortal Kombat, but why it's persisted for so long. Because, you know, they realize that, the lasting impression, you gotta, I mean, a lot of people, you gotta start them early. You gotta start them young. You know, to have such an effect on people at such an early age, to then be able to really last so long, you have to leave such an incredible impression on them, especially when they're young, to really, you know, have it be something that's long-lasting, everlasting, like it's been for over 30 years now. As they grow, because one of the things that is very well timeless, along with everything else, is the fluctuating mental states of various gamers. You know, especially whenever you leave such a tremendous impact, impression, whatever you want to call it, upon them. at such an impressionable age, even as well. Now, granted, I mean, hey, yeah, you had a lot of people that were older, like teenagers, maybe even older than that, by the time Mortal Kombat was popular in the 90s. But like, even then, you know, it's an older time. You know, people were younger then, regardless. You know, it's one of the reasons why I think to this day that Mortal Kombat persists, regardless of how much people say, "Oh, it's just a novelty." There's nothing more to it than just the blood and the gore and it was just it was a product of the time. It was a sensationalist thing. It was, it was all about the novelty of the blood and the gore and the death, but it really wasn't about anything else. It's so, like this just. It just goes to show that those that say that really just don't understand. They really just don't get it. You know what I mean? They really haven't looked at the game on a deeper level. You know, they only played it a certain kind of way, if they even played it at all, really. You know what I mean? But for those who know, they know, and they have a great appreciation to this day, because for better or for worse, it leaves still such an incredible psychological impression on them to this day. What was that sound, brother? You know, that's the other thing about it. They took chances. They took risks in being like, we'll even affect them psychologically in what could be considered potentially harmful or negative ways. They were very daring. They were very risky, very challenging. I mean, after all, they were already doing something like Mortal Kombat in the first place, which was, a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of violence, a lot of death. They were already challenging on that side of things as well. Why not also challenge people very violently, psychologically speaking, as well? That's something that's still appealing to people to this day, about how risky and challenging they are on all aspects of gaming. Because they're not only thinking about the games, they're thinking about the players as well, and how it will affect them to get them to keep on coming back and playing. Thanks, Midway. That is still Midway. I appreciate that. I'm very thankful. I applaud you. I commend you for that. Thank you, Midway. Thank you so bloody much. Okay, that's enough of that. We've gone over 3 minutes, but it was worth it. 3-minute Just Bring It commentary. We'll start at 5:14 or 5. Oh, I thought it was 5:13. We'll start at 5:16 in order to get the full 3 minutes here. So maybe by that time we'll actually get the Reptile fight. And we'll be doing Just Bring It commentary over the Reptile fight. Nope. I knew it. Because the uppercut wasn't going to reach. Okay. Welcome to Mortal Kombat. I'll be announcing tonight's event. We can't miss Mortal Kombat tonight. Who do you think you're talking to? Scorpion and Raiden will be having a match. Scorpion has a devastating roundhouse kick. Raiden is really not a nice person. Nice dodge there. Actually, that's not Just Bring It commentary. That's later WWE commentary. Anyway. Scorpion lost the match. Sweep. The arena is electrified. Shut up. Raiden won the match. Uppercut. A boss man uppercut. Throw. 10 punches. Man, I don't want to be like that. Raiden has an excellent torpedo.
Raiden wins.
Raiden, I don't like him. Raiden looks furious tonight. Are you really? Scorpion, I don't get it. We have to believe Raiden.
Raiden wins.
Raiden has an excellent suplex. Jump kick. Jump kick. Everyone hates Raiden. It's funny because you can have two different moves considered the spear in this case. Scorpion has an excellent spear. Hurry, hurry! Yeah, whenever it gets to the finish him, instead of finish him, it's hurry, hurry! Reverse the pin. That's dumb. Oh, horse shit. Raiden has an excellent bullshit.
Raiden wins.
Bullshit! Bullshit! I don't believe it! All of Raiden's moves are now officially named the bullshit. How did I not... I might have been a little too late on that sweep, I guess, but still. It's probably been 3 minutes by now, by the way. I really hate this game! Oh, wait. Okay, I'm about tempted to just be like, okay, fuck this, we're done. Because I can't beat Raiden to save my life. Okay, I gotta tell you something. At this rate, if I were to die and go to the afterlife, and I was like, okay, you have an opportunity to go to the better part of the afterlife. Really? Okay, cool. But guess what you have to do in order to get to that better part of the afterlife? What? You have to beat Raiden in Mortal Kombat 1 with a double flawless victory and no blocking on the hardest difficulty setting. If you can do that, we'll give you infinite tries. We'll let you into the better part of heaven or the better part of the afterlife. I don't think I'd ever be able to enter it at this rate. I think I'd be stuck in the Raiden double flawless victory purgatory for the rest of my afterlife. I have no hope. I have no hope at this rate. This may be, like, pause this and then just, like, come back to it some other day, because this is unbelievable, dude. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Okay, seriously? Has it really been 56 retries at this rate? We have one, though. We finally got another round. Okay, come on. Come on, third round. Shit! Shit, I say. Shit is the word of the day. Shit all night and every day. Good fun, have luck. Thank you for being here, Merciless Sheep. I hope I didn't put you in too much of a bad mood here from how frustrated I'm getting at this game. But I'm happy to have you here, my friend, regardless, and I do appreciate your conversation. Thank you, my friend. And I hope to see you again very soon. Ah! Oh, that lightning bolt is awful. I did it too early. Lightning, not... A blast of lightning. I thought you were trying to say nightlight, and it just came out as light night because you did the reversal thing on good fun have luck earlier. I thought you were just doing a recurring theme. It was a blast of lightning. Thanks, Merciless Sheep. Now it's time for compliment mode on Merciless Sheep. No, I'm kidding. But but for real though, I mean, on a legitimate compliment mode here, thank you very much for coming by, my friend. I appreciate it, and I hope you had a great time. And I hope to see you again very soon, especially this upcoming weekend. Or actually, no, it won't be this weekend. I think it'll be next weekend actually for me. But I know you're doing the thing on this weekend, but also next weekend. But I think I'll be there next weekend. Nikes. Schnikes. Schnikes. I'm losing my goddamn mind, man. Oh my god. Why? Why is Raiden so awful in this game? It might have been better at this. It might have been more efficient for me to go through another, like, 40 or so matches and pick a different character, like, and hope for a different fight at the pit here. And I say that just as I win my first round again. Give me another round like that, please. I'll love you forever and a day. Of course not. Once in a century. How did that not connect? How did that fall short? Because the game wanted it to, that's why. Of course it was a torpedo. Not a lightning bolt this time. Of course. Oh my god. Raiden, please. I know you're a literal god, but still. Have some fucking mercy on me, please. I'm tired of this crap already. And then watch Reptile's gonna be a fucking cakewalk in comparison. Especially since I'll be able to block. Like that. Man, he really shouldn't be able to block at that point after the lightning bolt. That I can understand, but the earlier one, no. It's rarely ever the fucking lightning bolt again. I hate this game. You've done it sometimes before? Sometimes you'll do lightning bolt instead, but most of the time you don't. I don't know why. Because you know it'll piss me off. That's why. That's me being stupid. What? I want to try something. If Raiden will actually let me try it, no, he won't. Okay. See, if I can pull off the high punch trick in just the right way, then maybe I can succeed. If only he would actually do the lightning bolt when I want him to do the lightning bolt. God, could you stop reading my fucking inputs, please? Now I'm just frustrated. Really? There was not enough time for me to crouch? What a surprise. What a shocker, right? Midway? With your cheap-ass fucking arcade bullshit games? I'm sorry. Granted, some genuine frustration has come out during this moment, but, like, that was a little... a little bit of a deeper cut there than it should have been. I'm sorry. I usually save that for when I'm off stream. I don't like being that angry on stream. Mainly because it's, you know, out in the public and, you know, I can't really take it back, you know? I don't want to go too far, but at the same time, sometimes just anger gets the best of you. Or the worst of you, depending on how you look at it. How did that? Tracer. Tracer. Add 2 Tracer Pie. Why do you do? How do you have so much points? Why? Let's. I'll wait until 5:33, and then. But in the meanwhile, up until that point, I can be awful to this game as much as I want. Okay, now it's 5:33. I can't.
Raiden wins.
Thank you, Tracer Pie, for being such a surprise. No, it's got to be about the game. I can't do it about a person. Towards the game. Not a frustrating game, not a frustrating person. I'm kidding. But one of the things I think I can legitimately, in a way, compliment this this game for right now with the stream is that even despite the despite all the frustration, despite all the rage, despite the just the unbelievable mind-numbing that's happening in the process, it's one of the reasons why in the intro for this stream that I've always had one of my taglines has always been actually based on Mortal Kombat, believe it or not. Which was actually it was a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote that made it into Mortal Kombat 3 and even UMK 3, which was, "There is no knowledge that is not power." I did my own variation on that thanks to Mortal Kombat 3, UMK 3, which is "There is no game that is not an experience." And there used to be an extra bit of a tagline to that, like even the bad ones, like the really bad ones. And not just the... I meant primarily the games, but also in terms of, I guess you could even say the experiences. There are going to be times where even the times where you might be having some bad experiences in the meanwhile on the stream, in a way... I don't know. There are times where you have bad experiences on stream and they're just bad experiences. And you go, fuck, I wish that just didn't happen. I just feel horrible. I don't... But then there are other times where they're bad experiences in a way, but they actually are... still end up turning out to be good experiences somehow. Like, they're still... it makes them more memorable. It's still in some weirdly good way. And... in the long run, I'm going to be looking back on this, for the most part, as I said, for the most part, as, a fun, positive, memorable experience. And it will feel really nice when I finally get to Reptile, if I ever get to Reptile at this rate. But, genuinely, I do have to, give a compliment to this game, this situation where it's it's more than just us because it actually is lending itself to the stream in and of itself. The project, the mission, the goal of the stream itself is to go on the hunt, and this is part of the hunt. It's a very challenging part of the hunt. It's a very difficult part of the hunt, but it becomes part of it as well. And I knew, and even though I knew it was going to be difficult, I didn't really have totally an idea as to what kind of difficult it was going to be by the time I got there. I didn't know who I was going to be facing. I didn't know what character I was going to choose. So... in all honesty, I do compliment this game right now for making this a more, oddly enough, pleasant, memorable experience beyond what I've even might have initially thought. But in a way, it's stuff that I hope for, you know? Hopefully, I think that might have been more than 3 minutes. If not, I'll do a little bit more here, like the Olympics. Because I know I'm going to be doing a lot more of this game for the next 5 years, at this rate. And it's also like as much as it sounds like I'm probably blowing smoke up your ass game, I do appreciate that like a game from back in '92 that I've played a lot over the years could still, and this was one of the things I've also looked forward to with not only this particular stream but just this stream experience in general, of being able to really revitalize like a lot of some kind of special emotional thing with games I've played a lot, like old school games that I know I've played a lot throughout the years, or even like there's gonna be something about it with there are newer games to me, even if they're old school. But then also there are times where it's like something like this is gonna make a lot of those games I'm much more familiar with that I don't always feel like the same kind of buzz about it that I did when I first got into them or whatever. It'll bring that back in a new kind of way, and honestly, it is doing that in its own way. Shit. He always knows when to not go for the thing that I want him to go for. I knew it. Especially for cheap shit like that. But it's okay, right? Because, hey, how else are arcades going to make their money? Ends justify the means. They're just good. It's just good business practice. Yeah, now I'm going to get the pattern that I wanted in the first place. But it's too late because I already took damage. Of course, every goddamn time. You did catch me. Yes and yes, Potion Fred. And by the way, good to have you back. We are on probably legitimately attempt number 6 million of trying to defeat Raiden at the pits. Make it 6,000,001. Yeah, don't walk forward. What a surprise. What you have to do after you've crossed the 40 match threshold and gotten back to the pit, there will be shadows flying across the moon. And in the process on that fight, what you have to do is get a double flawless victory without using block and do your character's fatality. The problem is, A, I set this to very hard, and B, I'm fighting Raiden. Raiden has odd hitboxes, particularly. And so far, it's been. So far, I'm convinced that it is. It actually might have been more efficient for me at this rate to probably do another 40 matches and end up probably with a different opponent and playing possibly a different character. God. Instead of just restarting the save point every time. Ah, you fucking lucky cheap bastard. And see, usually you can do... There is a spot where if you jump kick at Raiden when he's crouching like that, he'll try to go for the uppercut, but you will connect with a jump kick, which you did probably catch me doing earlier in some of the other rounds. But the problem ends up being, it seems like on the harder difficulties, that sometimes your jump kick won't always connect, his uppercut will, though. Or you'll miss somehow. It's not going to happen it's like it just won't happen every single time for some reason. And apparently I've retried 66 times, thanks to Tracer Pie. It's funny because I had a fight counter to lead up to the amount of, like, to get up to know when I've gotten up to 40 fights. I joked earlier, I should have had a fight counter for when... I should have had another counter for how many times I've retried on Raiden here. Oh my god. This is never going to happen, dude. AJR2K! I better make it happen now, though. Now that we have a raid from AJR2K, thank you for the raid. He came in at a very interesting time. We are in the throes... Oh my god, are we in the throes of actually finally getting to fight Reptile in the arcade version of Mortal Kombat the old-fashioned way, for the most part. Through going 40 fights, getting back to the pit, and then defeating the character at the pit, your opponent at the pit, with the double flawless victory without block and doing your character's fatality. Raiden has kicked my ass almost 70 times now, and I can't take it anymore. I'm starting to think this is, with this, like, that it's impossible. I don't know if it matters if I picked Scorpion or some other character, honestly. Damn it. I was hopeful on that. On a rare occasion, I'm able to get him with that combo, but most of the time I can't, it seems. Ah, you smart bastard. We've gotten past the 40 fights. We're at the pit fight that's going to lead us to Reptile, if we actually defeat Raiden with a double flawless at any given point. We've gotten single flawlesses. The double flawless, no. We've gotten actually decently close to double on at least 2 or 3 fights out of like 70 at this rate. But hopefully with more people in the chat, once again, we can get the spirit motivated in more ways than one to finally make that double flawless happen. What? That actually, like, made me jump because I was shocked that I, like, no pun intended, that I got fucking hit off of that. How did that still count as a hit? And then after that point, I'm just screwed. Yeah, and that's the other thing. We have all kinds of silhouettes flying across the moon as well. Santa, a kite, a UFO, a witch on a broomstick, Peter Pan, and all the different kids from Peter Pan. I think there's a cow. There's a blimp. Oh yeah, E.T. on the bike, yeah. Like Elliot and E.T. on the bike, yeah. And meanwhile, I really hate this game. All right, that's one.
Wins. Flawless victory.
Can we finally get two? Please, can we finally get two? Please, please, please. If I only waited. Fuck. No! And then he does that fucking bullshit, like, where my jump kick should have totally counted as hitting him first, but yet, no, magically, his lightning bolt does, because he's the fucking computer. And it's inconveniencing me, so therefore. That was me doing stuff way too early. That brazen punch. Brazen. Ah, shit. Oh well. That's understandable. It's unfortunate, but understandable. Oh, you... I thought you were going to go for the torpedo. That's the... yeah. From what I know, it's the... as long as you win 2 rounds with double flawless without a block. But we'll see. My understanding is that you can at least lose 1 round, but then win the other 2 with a double flawless without block, and it'll still count. I could be wrong, though. God, I hope I'm not wrong, though. I was trying to be crafty, it didn't work. Damn it all to hell. Walk forward. No, now you walk forward. See, now, yeah, this really reassures why I never got this in the arcade version in the past, whenever I play this out in the wild. There were a few instances when I played this out in the wild back in the day that I actually had at least a couple of different opportunities that I can remember of being able to fight Reptile. And I got relatively close, but it was no cigar. Oh, hey, glitch Raiden there. Ah, damn it. I was too far away. Could you teleport punch, please? That would be nice. I did it a little too late. damn, are you kidding me? I just wanted to get a little revenge on him. Ah, damn it. I thought he was going to go for a lightning bolt or something. Like that. No. Ah, damn you. Of course. It just happens immediately that time. Little too early. Fuck. How did that whiff? Of course. Like, and his reaction time, like, is ridiculous. I mean, the cooldown he has on his different moves and shit is unreal. Like, I know he's a literal god, but still, tone it down, man. It's Mortal Kombat. Come on now. Oh my god. And of course they do that no-sell on the jump kick. And, like, immediately jump up when they really shouldn't be able to jump up just so that they can hit you. They even do that shit in Mortal Kombat 2. I know that for a fact. Alright, that's one again. Please. I am begging. It's not going to happen, but I'm begging you. Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. I knew it. Yeah, do it 2 times. Oh, you can shoot the thing 4 times. You feel good about yourself, Raiden. Yep, gotta fatalify them. I'm an idiot. I let go of the throttle too soon, or not soon enough. I was trying to goad him into doing the torpedo. I really don't have enough time to fucking flip out of that. I'm gonna have enough time to flip out here in a moment. In a different kind of way. I was in a corner. That was a stupid move. That jump kick should totally hit him first. And it doesn't. Anything to screw over the player, right, Midway? I hate being mean. I'm sorry. It just kind of happens sometimes when I get to this point. Of course, it was a crapshoot. And it didn't work. Of course it doesn't work out in my favor. After all, I'm the player. I'm just gonna uppercut. Did they even test this to see if it was actually possible to do to win against Raiden in this situation? I don't think they did. They said, "Oh, look, cool, secret character, we're good." And who cares? It'll make it tougher. It'll be more of a challenge. That way it's not so... That way people won't find it so quickly. And it'll be more alluring, more appealing. Ah. Fair enough we both missed on that, though. Ah, it was too late. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Alright, that's one. Apparently Liu Kang and Scorpion are the best. They not against Raiden. Of course, he uses the fucking torpedo there. Actually, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. We'll do a Tracer. I love you. Well, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Well, starting at 6. But please, I beg of you, after this one, no more. I'm running out of things. I'm running out of things to quote-unquote compliment about this game. That was me slamming my fist onto my armchair repeatedly in the background, if y'all didn't hear that. Or maybe you did, and you're wondering what the hell that was. What was I hitting? That was me pounding my fist on my right armchair in frustration. It's gotten to that point, folks. Well, that's obviously just the sign of a good game. That's just the sign of you being emotionally invested in the game. Now we're in compliment mode. You care about playing it and beating the game that much. And it just also goes to show how, like, effectively the character that you're facing is imposing his will upon you, and how much of an emotional, psychological effect that just a digitally produced, character that's fictional is having such a real human emotional effect on you. I mean, it's a real testament to great characters and great design in a video game. When that can happen, when they leave such, when such artificially created characters leave such a real impact on you in a big way. To where it draws real human emotions and reactions out of you. I mean, that's just the benchmark. That's the sign of just that the people who worked on these games and developed these characters and programmed these characters did their job and did their job efficiently. That's all it is. That's all it ever is. So thank you, all the people who did all that stuff for this game. You did your job way too well in this case. Especially when you designed it in such a way where it's like you had to not... I know I talked about this before on the last compliment mode, but the whole thing about, you know, taking away such core elements in this challenge of being able to block or being able to take some damage. I mean, that's akin to we as humans. I mean, we need to breathe, right? But how challenging is it to hold your breath for as long as you can? You know, deprive yourself of oxygen for great lengths of time. I mean, it's akin to that, I'd say. You know, on one hand, you shouldn't do that. On one hand, it seems problematic or counterproductive to your health. But you learn more about yourself. You learn more about air. You know, you learn more about those kinds of essential elements than you wouldn't like. You get more, and you get more of an appreciation for what you have and such from said challenges to oneself. That some may look at and go, "What are you doing? That's highly counterproductive. That's not a smart thing to do." But really, it's much smarter than one might realize. I mean, and that's exhibited in full display in a game like this, and in a challenge especially like this. I think we're, and by the way, I do believe we're done. We've done 3 minutes of, yeah, we've done more than 3 minutes of compliment mode, so we're good. Okay, hello, Skeevy Beth. Good to see you again. I need all the help and support and such I can get at this raid because I've restarted probably about 100 times now on Raiden. We are trying our damnedest, and that's an understatement at this raid, to finally get to Reptile the old-fashioned way-ish. By way of, after you get through 40 fights in the game and you get back to the pit, you got to have shadows flying across the moon. You got to do double flawless victory in 2 rounds and without using block, and then you got to do your character's fatality. I also had the nerve to put this on very hard, and also this combination of characters, me playing a Scorpion and fighting against Raiden, apparently was just the worst possible combination, although according to Tracer it wasn't. Apparently Liu Kang and Liu Kang and Scorpion are like the best people for the job. So either Raiden's just a son of a bitch, and here's 1 round, or I really suck at this game, or it's somewhere in between. I'll split the difference. I'll meet you halfway and say it's a little bit of both. It's probably equally both. Of course he blocks. Like, and then the computer will suddenly, like that jump kick pattern that I'm trying to do that worked before, suddenly he'll be smartened up to it. And just, it won't work for some reason. He'll block it. And you're like, why suddenly now are you deciding to block it? How do you suddenly know to block it now? Why do you lure me into that false sense of security in that first round? And give me such hope just to crush them later on. I don't understand it. Oh, bullshit! I had him with that low kick. That low kick worked before. But no, of course, he's a computer, so his moves take precedent no matter what. Even if it makes no sense for it to do. And also, I'm getting to a point where I think I'm getting to a point where my anger is no longer amusing. It's just hard to hear, hard to listen to. Unpleasant, shall we say? I could be wrong. But to be fair, thankfully, Tracer Pie and Merciless Sheep have been redeeming certain channel point rewards to where it's kind of it's been kind of alleviating some of that stress and frustration. But meanwhile, I'm still stuck in this purgatory here. Actually, it's more than purgatory at this rate. I think Raiden, Raiden on very hard in Mortal Kombat 1 during the Reptile challenge is probably one of the new circles of hell at this rate. It's a ring of electricity, not a ring of fire. Of course. I was a little too late on that. That's one. We have one again. I'm about tempted to save state here, but I'm not going to. No! Again with that horse shit of his torpedo overrides my jump kick. Are you kidding me? Okay, cool. Awesome. At least that was kind of new in terms of screwing me over. At least you didn't screw me over the same old way that you did before. At least it was a new way. Or a way that you don't bust out all that often, so therefore... Basically, yeah, what you have to do is, in getting a double flawless victory meaning that you cannot take any damage during 2 rounds. And also, you can't use block as well. Now, granted, even if you use block most of the time in Mortal Kombat, you will still have like chip damage from the block. You'll still take block damage. But there are certain attacks, like certain projectiles, where you'll just block them and not take any damage, like the ice ball that Sub-Zero shoots and such. So that would still be counterproductive even then. But you can't use block at all. You can't take any damage. And also, and this isn't, the other part isn't the problem of doing your character's fatality. That's not the issue. It's everything else. Okay. Oh, it's required to fight Reptile. These are the conditions you must meet after well, not only getting through 40 fights, but then getting back to the pit after those 40 fights, and you'll see shadows flying across the moon, which means it's available for you to try. Trust me, I don't know if I would ever impose this challenge upon myself. I could be wrong, though. It'd be nice if you could just, I don't know, win the match without having to do a lot of that other stuff. But if you just had to win the match, like, in general, that'd be much better. But, of course, that's not how it is. Because it has to be more difficult. Ah. Yeah, Santa's making a lot of trips around the world here right now. I don't know how he keeps coming around to Shang Tsung's island here, but still. delivering presents to all of the good boys and girls all around the world, including Shang Tsung's island. But apparently it's kind of a nexus point for a lot of places in the world. Or maybe he got lost. Maybe he's stuck on Shang Tsung's island and can't get out. And so he's just circling around. I don't know anymore. Yeah, but what is the lore reason as to how Santa ended up? And not only that, but akin to like Blaze, you know how Blaze became a character in Mortal Kombat 2, or from Mortal Kombat 2, and how Ermac became a character and Scarlet became a character, but also even how Floyd became a character in a way in Mortal Kombat 1 recently, the new Mortal Kombat 1. Like, where are, you know, usually what will happen is they'll do some kind of Easter egg in the background of an older Mortal Kombat game, and then later on those characters will be like what you saw as those Easter eggs in that game. Later on they'll become characters officially in later Mortal Kombat games. So what I'm wondering now is, where is Santa Claus on the Mortal Kombat roster? Where's Peter Pan on the Mortal Kombat roster? Where is the Wicked Witch of the West on the Mortal Kombat roster? Where is the blimp? Where's the UFO? I think there was also a cow. I could be wrong, but where are all those characters on the Mortal Kombat roster at this point? They made the reference to him all those years ago. Damn it! That was one of the closest times I've ever been. I was trying to. Some of it was I was trying to get lucky on that jump kick, but. Of course, it's the torpedo. How glorious is it going to be when we finally actually fight Reptile, by the way? And like I said earlier, how much you want to bet that compared to Raiden, Reptile's going to be a fucking cakewalk. All right, we have one again. We have one again. I'm not doing a save state after a successful first round. I'm not doing that. As tempted as I've been. If it happens, it happens. Oh my god! And we got the fatality! Woo! Holy shit! We're fighting Reptile. Come on, give me the message. Yes! Holy fuck, we did it. Oh my god. Ah, the thrill of being able to block again. Don't worry, Tracer. We won't need to. I appreciate the concern, though. One round down. And we got the fatality. We're getting that 10 million, sort of. There's a glitch, actually, that doesn't give you the full 10 million. But still, we defeated him. Holy crap.